Hello everybody, my name is Karthik Sawan and today we are going to solve the physics doubts. So let's start. These are the doubts I am going to take in this session. There are total 9 questions and many of these questions are just a bit of calculative and not really difficult. So let's start. So here we are going, here is the first question. A circular coil having N turns is made up of wire of length L meter. If a current of I ampere is passed through it and it is placed in the magnetic field of B Tesla, maximum torque acting on it will be what? So it will be dependent on N. How it will be dependent on N? So torque will be equal to m bar cross B bar. This is the formula you know. Torque is m bar cross B bar. That is magnetic moment times the magnetic induction. Ka cross product. So torque will change to torque max when m का magnitude into b का magnitude into the angle between them will become equal to 90 degree. At that time, sine 90 will become equal to 1. So torque will become torque max. That will become equal to b into what is m. M is nothing but number of turns which are there in the coil into n into the current flowing, that is I, into the area, that is pi r square in this case. Now you see that it is direct proportional to n, but that is not the answer because over here r, that is not constant because it is not given. So it cannot be considered as constant. What we know is that there is a long wire of length L meter that is being considered that is being converted into a coil of many turns, like n turns a coil is being made. So this length is completely used as the circumference of the coil and how many times it has been coiled up, that is n. So L will become 2 pi r times n. So torque in this case will become equal to b times n times I times pi, and r square will become L square upon 4 pi square n square. So one n will cancel, one pi will cancel. So that will become equal to L square I upon 4 pi n. Now L square, that is given, that is L meter, so 5 meter, 6 meter, like that. This is constant, I is constant, 4 is constant and pi is constant. So torque is inversely proportional to n, that is the answer, that is C. This was a little bit tricky because you are seeing that n it is direct proportional to n, but that is not the case. If a quantity is equal to quantity times this, so if a is proportional to b, then these two things have to be constant. That was the thing, that was the main thing over here. Okay, so this is the another second question. Current is flowing through a conducting hollow pipe whose area of cross section is as shown. So the value of magnetic induction will be 0 at what points? So we'll solve this by two methods. There will be a method 1 and a method 2. So for these methods, first let's consider that there is a pipe, there is a hollow pipe, there is a vacuum between this, there is nothing. So this pipe, current is going to flow over here on the rim. Current is going to flow like this on this pipe. Okay, and this is the point P, this is the point R, and this is point Q on the surface, on Q. This is the point Q on the surface, this is P and this is R. So whenever current is going to flow through the point Q, right? So whenever current is flowing through a particular point, so B bar will be generated over here. So B bar at Q will never be 0, cannot be 0, right? So, and also B bar at R. Now let us consider that this is some object. So at a particular distance x from the object, there will be B bar. We have derived many things. So at some point, at some distance of R, there always be some magnetic moment. So this cannot be 0. Now about P. Now if we think about P, so over here, if you see that P is the center. This is symmetric. P is the center of the coil. So this is symmetric from both the sides. So if I consider a small part over here, this small part is going to contribute a small B bar, a really small B bar, which will, if I consider as plus, so diagrammatically opposite point, this part will also contribute to the same magnitude ka B bar, that is a small B bar, but because the direction is opposite, that will be negative of this quantity. This quantity and this quantity will be negatives of each other in terms of direction, and magnitude will be same. So this point will cancel out with this point. Similarly, all the points on this rim and similar over on this rim, and similarly this and this, all the points, because this is symmetric, all the points over here diagrammatically opposite points are going to cancel out each other. So B bar at P will always become equal to 0. So you can also learn it like that, at a hollow pipe the center B bar is 0. Okay. Now if we go with the method 2, if we go with method 2, that is a little bit of, this was a bit logical. So if we go by formula method, so let us consider another pipe over here, hollow pipe. Then this is just the front of that. If I consider current flowing through here, and let us consider it has a radius r. This has a radius r. Okay. Now let us consider an Amperian loop. Amperian loop around this B, to find the B bar, we assume an Amperian loop. So Amperian loop will have a radius equal to mota, like capital R. Okay. So let us consider this Amperian loop same as width equal to the rim of this hollow pipe. Okay. So let us consider R is equal to R. Let us consider, because if the Amperian loop is small or it is big or it is of any shape, that doesn't matter. B bar at that particular point will be same in all these cases. B bar is not dependent upon the Amperian loop. B bar is dependent upon the current flowing through the Amperian loop. So if I consider that the R is going to shrink, okay, so this big R is going to shrink a little bit, and if I consider another Amperian loop like this, it is going coming inside, right? Coming inside, coming little bit of inside into the vacuum thing, into vacuum space. So over here there is no current. Current is on the rim. There is no current over here. If there is no current, then B bar dot dl bar according to Ampere's law by integration will become equal to mu naught times the total current flowing. Total effective current. So the effective current over here becomes 0, mu naught times 0, because there is no effective current over here. This is a vacuum. There cannot be current over here. So basically at P this becomes equal to 0. And of course, at Q and R, it always is going to be non-zero. So the answer is going to be 0 at P, but not at Q and R. Is the answer D. Okay. So the next question. For this question, the hydrogen atom, the electron circulates around nucleus in the path of zero point 0.5 angstrom with a frequency. So the magnetic field and the center of at the center magnetic field and the magnetic moment we have to calculate. So we have to calculate B bar at center and also the M bar. So let us consider that this is the path the electron is going to follow. Since it is a hydrogen, there will be only one electron. So this is the path is going to follow. So you know that we were at center of any current carrying coil. So this is a coil and there is electron revolving. So there will be current. So that will be coming to mu naught times current flowing through it upon mu naught Ni by 2r. That is r. So let us consider this radius which is given. So this is the formula. Now here you know that Q is equal to I into T, that is charge is current into time. So I will become equal to Q upon T, that is this E, that is the electron, and therefore the current will become equal to Q, and 1 by T, 1 by T is nothing but this 1 by T is nothing but frequency F, it is given. Therefore V bar will become equal to mu naught, that is 4 pi 10 raised to minus 7. Let us not consider that 10 raised to the power, that is not the point of consideration, into current, that is Q. Now what is Q? Q for an electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. This value has to be given in the exam. You do not have to learn it, but by solving questions you will come to you will be familiar with these values, so you'll eventually learn them. And the frequency will be 6.8 into 10 to the power 15 revolutions per second, and this whole will be divided by 2 times the radius, that is half angstrom. 0. 0.5 angstrom, that is 10 raised to minus 10. So for that calculation, 4 pi, you know 4 pi, what is 4 pi? 4 pi 12.5 12.5 into 1.6 into 6.8, this 2 will cancel, and that will become into 10 raised to this will become 9, 10 raised to minus 9, 9 and 7 and plus 5, so this will become 10 raised to, I think I've missed something, oh sorry, this is 15, this is 15, this will become 16, and then this will become minus 1. This will be 16 and 15, that is minus 1. So 12.5 into this will become, this is 25 by 2 into 1.6 into 6.8. Now let us multiply this equation by 4 and divide by 4. So this 4 and 25 will become 100 into 10 raised to minus 1, and this 4 2s are 8 will become 0.2, and these 2 points will get cancelled, so this will become 2 and 68. So 68 times 2 into 10 raised to minus 1. So this is 68 times 2 into 10 raised to minus 1. So 68 into 2 is 16, 12 and 1 is 13. 13.8 is approximately equal to 14 Tesla. So this will become 14 Tesla, 14 Tesla. So these two options are gone. So M bar. Now what is M bar? M bar can be calculated by two ways. You should know that in AMN, if आपको lesson आता है, तो AMN में M is equal to EVR by 2. And also we can calculate it by formula, that is N times the current flowing through it and the area vector or the area. So M bar over here will be equal to, there is one electron, so L will become equal to 1. So Q will become equal to, I will become equal to Q into frequency into area is pi r square. So this will become equal to 1.6 10 raised to minus 19 into frequency is given as 6.8 10 raised to 15 into pi is pi into r square is 1 by 4 and 10 raised to minus 20. That is the angstrom. So 10 raised to minus 24 is going to come anyway because there are no options other than that. So this will become 1.6, 6.8 pi, and this is the 4. This 4 will go with this. This will become 0.4. So this will become 0.4 into 6.8 into pi into 10 to the power minus, this is minus 24. This is minus 24. So 4 pi, as I told you, 4 pi will be 25 by 2. And this will become 6.8 and 110 that I took from over here, 0.4. So this will become equal to, if I multiply this by 4 and divide this by 4, this both again will become 100. This will become 3.4. This zeros will go, this will become 10 into 10 raised to minus 24 is over there, and this will become 0.34 is 4 7 is 28, 4 8 is 32, and 2 is 5 into 10 is like 8.5, which can be approximated to 9 into 10 raised to minus 24. So this will be the answer, 9 into 10 raised to minus 24 ampere meter square, and 14 Tesla will be the answer of this question. Okay. And of course, this EVR by 2, you'll get the same answer by this, because EVR by 2 is nothing but E into V is equal to R omega into another R is R square by 2. And omega is 2 pi times frequency. So this 2 will cancel. It will become E R square pi F. That is the same thing. Q pi R square F. Q is E. That's the same thing. Okay. Now this question, a proton of energy E is moving in a circular path of uniform magnetic field. Okay. So if the energy of an alpha particle is to be found out in the same magnetic field and along the same path, what it will be. So you should know that energy of an particle. This is a question from, I think, us. This is a question from cyclotron. So energy is B square Q square R square upon 2 times the mass is the energy. So energy of proton will be equal to, let's not write any values, R square upon 2. Now all the things are going to change are Q square and M. Okay. So for an alpha particle is nothing but helium ion, helium 2 4. Therefore alpha particle has mass, that is mass is 4 times, and Q is 2 times of P of proton. Therefore, energy of alpha particle will become equal to, V square is same, path is same, so R square is same, 2 is same for both, that Q will become 2 times Q ka square upon M is 4 times the mass. So that will become equal to V square R square by 2 into this 4 will cancel, and this will become q square by m. So this is equal to E of proton. So E of alpha is equal to E of proton. So that will become equal to E. Simple. So next question. Magnetic induction at the center of a coil made up of a wire of length 22 centimeter carrying a current of 0.5 ampere will be what? So over here we have been given that the length of the wire is 22 centimeter, and now it is converted into a circle, a circular coil. So the circumference of this coil will become equal to the length of the wire given. So radius will get as 22 upon 2 pi. Don't solve this, keep it like that. Now b bar at center will become equal to mu naught I upon 2r, not a pi. When it is circle, there is no pi. So b bar will become equal to 4 pi 10 raised to minus 7 into 10 raised to minus 7 into current is given as 0.5, that is half, into 2 is over here, and radius is we have calculated as 22 upon 2 pi will go up, upon 2 pi will go up over there. So this 2 and this 2 will cancel, this 4 and this 2 will cancel, and this will become 2, this 2 and this will cancel, that is equal to pi by 11, sorry, pi square by 11 into 10 raised to minus 7. Now pi square is approximately equal to 10. Pi square is approximately equal to 10 into 10 raised to minus 7. That becomes equal to 0.909 into 10 raised to minus 7. So right side shifting is negative. That will it so 0.9 में आंसर दिया है तो it will become 0.9 into 10 raised to minus 7, and right side shifting is negative actually. So actually it will become 9 into 10 raised to minus 6. No, wait. Just a minute. I just did not take the centimeter over here. This was centimeter. So this will have a centimeter on the downside, that is 10 raised to minus 2. This will become 10 raised to minus 5. And now this will jump over here. So this will become 10 raised to minus 1. That is right side shifting is negative. So 9 into 10 raised to minus 6 would be the answer. 9 into 10 raised to minus 9 into 10 to the power minus 6 will be the answer. That is C. So the next question. An iron rod has an area of cross section of 4 square centimeter is placed with its length parallel to magnetic field of intensity 1200 ampere per meter. The flux passing through it is given. So we have to find the permeability of the rod. So to find the permeability of the rod, so we have been given that area is 4 centimeter square, and magnetic field intensity is given, that is 1200 ampere per meter, and the flux is given as 40 into 10 raised to minus 4 Weber. Now we know that phi is equal to B into A. B bar dot A bar is phi. B bar dot A bar, that is dot product. Where A is the area vector that is normal to the plane. And we also know that B is equal to mu times H, that is permeability times magnetic intensity over there at that point, magnetic field intensity. So if I change this B by flux upon area will become equal to mu times H. Yes. So from over here I changed it from over here, so mu will become equal to phi upon A H. So phi is given as 40 10 raised to minus 4 Weber upon area is 4 centimeter is 10 raised to minus 4. This will become meter square, and H is given to be 12000 ampere per meter. So ampere and per meter will go up. So this will become 10. This will be cancelled. This will become 1 upon 120 Weber per ampere meter. 1 upon 120 is 0.0083, something like that. So this will become 8.3 into 10 raised to minus 1, 2 and 3. So 8.3 10 raised to minus 3 Weber per ampere meter. Okay, so these are the two questions combined. So let us take the first. So a current I is flowing through a circular coil of radius r. If the coil is placed in uniform magnetic field B with its plane parallel to the field, magnitude of torque that acts. So this is a really important question. This is a really important question. You must know such types of questions are asked frequently. So if this is the B bar, that is the normal. This is the B bar uniform magnetic field, and the plane of the coil is parallel. So the plane of the coil is parallel. So plane of the coil is parallel to this B bar. So the area vector, that is, if this is a coil, the area vector is always normal to the coil, that is comes out perpendicular. So area vector comes out like this is the area vector. So the magnitude of torque that acts on the coil is what? So here it will become torque acting will be m bar cross b bar. So your angle between m and b is m bar, again now m bar is nothing but pi r square, that's sorry, area times the current. So this is the direction of m bar is same as the area. M bar is का direction is same as area vector का direction, and area vector is normal. So for this B bar and M bar will have an angle of 90 degree between them. Therefore torque will become equal to M. M nothing but pi r square आहे into current I which is been flowing, and it is B. So B pi r square into I. B pi r square into I. That will be the answer. That is option B. So this will be B option. And for this question, a rectangular coil of 20 into 20 centimeter has a 100 turns and carries a current of 1 ampere placed in a uniform magnetic field of 0.5 Tesla with the direction of magnetic field parallel to the plane of the coil. The magnitude of torque required to hold it in the same position is what? Now for this question, the magnetic field is parallel to the coil, plane of the coil. So similarly over here, if B bar is like this, so the coil is like this, B bar is like this, the coil is like this. Again, the area vector will become perpendicular. So this time also the torque will be the maximum torque. Torque will be equal to tau max. That will become equal to the area times the current times the B bar. So area will become 20 into 20 centimeter squared. That will become 40 uh, 400 into 10 raised to minus 4 into current is 1 into this is half Tesla. So that will become equal to, this will become 2, this will go, this will get cancelled, this will become 10 raised to minus 2. And I think I missed something. Yes. There will be a n turns also, n turns as well, that is 100 turns. So this will become 2 Newton meter will be the torque required. That is option A. So the really it is a most important concept that many of us get confused in it, that if this is the B bar and the coil is placed parallel, the area vector will be perpendicular, and if the area vector and the coil is placed perpendicular, then the area vector will be parallel. So torque here is 0 and torque here is not 0. So don't just see that which is what is parallel, just see the parallel word, see the word which is with the parallel, like plane or the area vector, what is parallel and perpendicular. Okay, so the beam of ions with velocity 2 into 10 raised to 5 meters per second enter normally into a uniform magnetic field of 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla. Specific charge of the ion is 5 10 raised to 7 coulomb per kg. The radius of the circular path described will be. Now this, if the ion is coming inside the B bar normally, now this is the case of cyclotron. This is the particular case of cyclotron, because if it comes by any other way, it will not take a circular path. It will not take a circular, it will take a spiral path. So this is the case of cyclotron. So you must understand that in case of cyclotron, just remember BQV is mv square bar. You can find out anything with this formula. Just remember this, BQV is mv square bar. In this, which is velocity, which is I think yes, it is given. So we have to find that the radius. So mv square by r it is, sorry. So radius will become equal to mv upon bq. So that is equal to velocity is 2 into 10 raised to 5 upon of Tesla, it is 4 into 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla B bar, and this is given as specific charge, that is coulomb per kg. This is given as Q by M. So we have M by Q. So we'll just divide it by 5 into 10 raised to 7. 5 into 10 raised to 7, we'll divide it by this. So this will become equal to 5 for the 20. So this will become 0.1. This will become 10 raised to 5, and this will cancel. So this will be the answer, 0.1 meter. This is 20, 2 by 20 is 1 by 10, that is 0.1. Okay, so these were the doubts in this session. There is another session of this, there is a second video, so you can check it out for further questions. I have taken some different questions in that video as well.